Welcome in, everybody, to the Booty Scoot Racing Channel's all-out dirt tour, super late model division, track backed up tonight. Getting ready to go racing here for race number 4 of the all-out dirt tour, super late model division. We're getting ready to tackle on the Knoxville Raceway live here in Knoxville, Iowa. Opened up in 1878, originally as a horse racetrack. Did you guys know that? This half-mile length dirt track capacity of 21,450,000 sold out asses. Here tonight for the all-out dirt tour, super late model division. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll crank it down here on the main broadcast. We're flying with Billy the Blimp Driver about 10,000 feet above the racetrack here for the all-out dirt tour, super late model division, season 2, race number 4, live here in Knoxville, Iowa. The guys are down on the racetrack tuning in these race cars, getting everything locked and loaded. Ladies and gentlemen, we're moments away from the heat sessions here on the all-out dirt tour. Ladies and gentlemen, a packed house here tonight. Make sure you go out to the merch stands, grab your driver's favorite hat, favorite shirt combo, light you another cigarette, grab another beer. We're moments away from some racing here on the dirt, ripping and shitting here on the Booty Scoot Racing Channel. Make sure you slap that like button, press that follow button. Ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be one hell of a show here tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, we are getting ready to kick it on over to the heat races here for the all-out dirt tour SLIDEWAYS Classic here from the Knoxville Raceway. And as we always do here on the Booty Scoot Racing Channel, before we take any kind of green flag lap, we ask you guys to rise and stand as you're able to support the troops tonight for tonight's Star Spangled Banner. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for rising and taking off your caps here tonight for the Booty Scoot Racing Channel. We are getting ready to kick it back down here on the main broadcast. Freddie the Flagman has the white flag in the air here for the practice session. Means we are getting ready to flip it on over to the heat races. Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching the All-Out Dirt Tour Season 2 Super Late Model Division race number 4 live here from the Knoxville Raceway. Looks like we're going to have 7 guys lined out here tonight to tackle on Knoxville. Still taking open contestants here for the all-out dirt tour, so if you feel free, go ahead and shoot us a DM here on the Booty Scoot Racing Channel. Way to get you logged in and get you signed up here today. Ladies and gentlemen, the guys are starting to fill in the field here. We're getting ready to go around for heat race number 1. 10 laps around the Knoxville Raceway here in Knoxville, Iowa, the home of sprint car racing. It looks like the whole field is out on the pole here. Selected at random on the pole tonight from Greenville, South Carolina. Driving that Valvoline number 24, super late model, that's James Fountain. Starting in the second place spot here, look to go have some words with Peter the pace car up here from Burnside, Kentucky. Driving the Hooker Harness 119 super late model, that's Michael Durr Jr. Starting in the third place spot here in heat race number 1, driving the number 8 Maccabee Auto Services LLC super late model, that's Corey Tesner. Starting in the fourth place spot here tonight on the outside, driving the Maynard Motors Body Armor Grizzly Custom 02 from Welford, South Carolina. That's the kid, Nicholas Maynard. Starting in the sixth place spot here tonight, driving the MWSS Midwest Sim Sports 07 super late model from Manitowoc, California. That's Tyler Bickford. Starting on the bottom side here, on the inside of him, driving the 201 super late model. That's the McCreary County, Kentucky contestant of Jackson Branscombe. And rounding out the tail end shotgun field of heat race number 1, driving the number 5 Longhorn chassis, STI Johnson, Chase Johnson Racing super late model. That's Chase Johnson. Ladies and gentlemen, getting ready to go racing here at the Knoxville Raceway here in Knoxville, Iowa. Looks like Peter the Pace car is bringing them around through turns 3 and 4. That tells us with the green flag straight up in Freddie the Flagman's hand, tells us that we're getting ready to go racing the next time around. So make sure you go grab another beer, light another cigarette. Peter the Pace car will roll some coal here in his big fat diesel, throw you the middle finger, and tell you to get fucked here as he brings them through turns 1 and 2. The crowd is on their feet, not a person standing here in Iowa. Ladies and gentlemen, we have turned this former horse racing track into a show here tonight for some super late models on the TikTok platform. And if you're here tonight, gathered and ready to go racing, make sure you slap that like button and press that follow button. It's going to be James Fountain, the race leader here in heat race number 1. Ladies and gentlemen, we're set for 45 laps for the feature after tonight's heat race. 10 laps here tonight to kick off the heat race. James Fountain's going to be the guy in control. Green flag is in the air here for the SLIDEWAYS Classic for the all-out dirt tour. Super late model division down into turns 1 and 2. James Fountain really able to trail up off the bottom side of the racetrack. That's the 119 of Michael Durham Jr. and Corey Tesner battling door to door here. Here comes Tyler Bickford selling on the top side of the racetrack. He's got the 201 right behind him. That's Jackson Branscombe. Corey Tesner's able to fall in line here in the 3rd place spot. Give it to the Burnside driver of Michael Durham Jr. rolling up to the 2nd place spot. James Fountain will move up to the 1st place spot to the race lead. To move back here to the rest of the pack, Chase Johnson gets around Nicholas Maynard, who will start in the 4th place spot, scoot right back to the back. So trouble here early for the number 02. Everybody knows the tale here through turns 3 and 4. You're watching the all-out dirt tour, Booty Scoot Racing Channel, super late model division. Race number 4 here for the Knoxville Speedway. James Fountain's got the race lead over Michael Durham Jr. Corey Tesner. Here comes Tyler Bickford. Charging all over the back door here of Corey Riptide Tesner. They'll work their way off turns 3 and 4. It's going to be Fountain, Durham Jr., Tesner, and then Tyler Bickford charging hard here down into turns 1 and 2. Green flags in the air here in Knoxville, Iowa for the super late model division. Race number 4, Nicholas Maynard battling some handling conditions on side of that late model. Jackson Branscombe trying everything in his power to get that super late model ripping on the top side. Trying to work around the number 07 of Tyler Bickford. You're riding on board with Corey Riptide Tesner as he bottom feeds through turn 1 and 2, trying not to make contact with the number 119. They won't make contact, but Corey will slap the outside wall. They'll slide up here the turns 1 and 2. Corey Tesner trying everything in the notebook that he has possible to get himself to the front, but Michael Durham Jr. will charge hard for the race lead over James Fountain. 5 laps to go here in heat race number 1, trying to settle out the field here tonight. Everybody holding on to these super late models pretty clean so far. Not a single person is set back down in these seats, and neither should you. Ladies and gentlemen, you are in for a treat here tonight. We're still scheduled for 45 laps, right after this, some more of this actual auction pack racing here. Nicholas Maynard losing touch with the front of the pack here, and Tyler Bickford looking to try the middle side to the top side, halfway here through the Booty Scoot Racing Channel, riding out the front bumper of backside of Corey Riptide Tesner. He runs out the front bumper of Tyler Bickford here. The battle for the race lead is back on between James Fountain. He'll make a little bit of contact there between him and Michael Durham Jr. And the Burnside Kentucky driver will hold on to it down on the bottom side, but Corey Tesner loose up the top side of the racetrack. That'll make it double wide here with 2 laps to go in heat race number 1. 201 of Jackson Branscombe running down on the bottom side of Corey Tesner. Corey Tesner just don't have the handling that he's looking for inside of that number 8. Blink in and blink out. Jackson Branscombe, Corey Tesner will not be able to clear himself over Tyler Bickford. White flag is in the air, presented by AFLglobal.com here on the Booty Scoot Racing Channel. Working their way out of turns 1 and 2. Heading towards turn 3 for the final time here tonight in the heat race. Everybody holding on to these super late models. But it's going to be Michael Durham Jr. holding on to the race lead off 3 and 4. He's going to come across the line and win the 19th race for the all-out dirt tour super late model division. Live here on the Booty Scoot Racing Channel. It's going to be Michael Durham Jr., James Fountain, Tyler Bickford, Corey Tesner, Jackson Branscombe, Chase Johnson, and Nicholas Maynard. Ladies and gentlemen, that's how they kind of looks here on the Booty Scoot Racing Channel. If you've never seen it before, we appreciate you guys tuning in here tonight on the All Out Dirt Tour Super Late Model Division. We're coming live at you every 2 weeks for the Dirt Tour Series on Friday nights. 3 races remain after this, ladies and gentlemen. These guys have raced up to 3 races so far. Let's see if I can't pull up the point standing for you guys here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel platform. And if you're new here, this is how they currently shake out right now. As you got Tyler Bickford currently leading the stack here at 280 points scored over Michael Durham Jr. A couple guys have dispersed some of the heat wins here on the season so far, but it's only been Tyler Bickford and Michael Durham Jr. have been the 2 guys to find victory lane up to this point. Ladies and gentlemen, as we get ready to flip on over to the night's main portion of tonight's broadcast for the feature, 5 seconds remaining here in a warm-up session as the water trucks are out on the racetrack. We'll go over tonight's keys of the race here at the Knoxville Raceway, the home of sprint cars, capital of the world for the all-out dirt tour. Ladies and gentlemen, key number 1 of tonight's race is set a pace. Really got to dial in these super late models to your liking here. Pick a line and groove it in and find your way to the front of the racetrack. Second of all, you want to manage those track conditions. The most and desperately important part, of the keys of the race here tonight. And finally, how many of these guys are going to bring in the high line here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel and try to make something shake here and find themselves right there in victory lane here at the Knoxville Raceway? And finally, search for grip. All night long, that's going to be the topic here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Searching for grip inside of these race cars. We're moments away. Getting ready to go racing here at the Iowa Speedway. The sun is completely here as you see these guys, poor guys back here in this neighborhood. You shouldn't live right here near a racetrack if you don't want to hear race cars. But looks like everybody's loading into the field right now. We're getting ready to go racing here for the SLIDEWAYS Classic for the All-Out Dirt Tour. One of the second times we have brought the super late models here to the Knoxville Raceway. Still waiting on a couple more guys to join in here, ladies and gentlemen. Looks like we're getting ready to start off tonight's drivers' introductions. We'll bring up the music here. Starting on the pole, winning the heat race here, driving the number 119 Hooker Harness super late model from Burnside, Kentucky. That's Michael Durham Jr. Starting on the outside of him in the Valvoline number 24 super late model from Greenville, South Carolina. That's James Fountain. Starting in the 3rd place spot here on the bottom side, driving the MWS 07 Cranky Designs super late model. That's the Anatoch, California driver of the Bicky Tyler Bickford. Starting on the outside of him, driving the HendrickCars.com Longhorn Chassis Maccabee Auto Shops late model from Greer, South Carolina. That's Corey Tessner. Starting behind him in the number 201 Midwest Sheet Metal super late model from McCreary County, Kentucky. That's the Blackjack Jackson Branscombe. Starting on the outside of him, driving the number 5 STI Johnson Longhorn Chassis late model from Greer, South Carolina. That's Chase Johnson. Starting in the 7th place spot here tonight, driving the Helix Grizzly Customs Body Armor 02 super late model from Wilford, South Carolina. That's the kid of Nicholas Maynard. So getting ready to go racing here at the Iowa Speedway here in Knoxville, Iowa. This is how they line up here tonight to start off tonight's event. You are getting ready to watch us kick it up here for the SLIDEWAYS Classic here at a sold-out packed house here, guys. We're reminding you to head on out to the fan zone here before you head home tonight at the conclusion of tonight's race. Go find your favorite driver's hat and shirt, t-shirt combos out there. Plenty of guys throwing some deals out there on the racetrack. It's going to be Peter the Bates car out here leading the field underneath the caution flag, getting ready to take the green flag for the first time here tonight for tonight's show on this beautiful Friday night to go dirt track racing. Ladies and gentlemen, Kenny Wallace is in the stands here tonight. He's been tuning and working on that late model of James Fountain up here, this number 24, starting on the front row here, trying to teach him a little bit of something. Nicholas Maynard's going to be in the back of the pack here, but Peter the Bates car is going to slam down on the gas, try to get the hell off the racetrack here before shit goes bad. But the starter cam, here we go. Peter the Bates car is on the pit road. It's going to be underneath Michael Durham Jr. to start tonight's event. He'll stop down on the gas. Green flag is in the air for the SLIDEWAYS Classic here at the Knoxville Speedway in Knoxville, Iowa. Everybody fanning out door to door here. One on the top side, one in the middle, down on the bottom side. The fireworks are erupting in the air. Ladies and gentlemen, up off of turn 2, we're coming down here. The fireworks are in the air. Caution flag is out. Caution flag is out here for Corey Riptide Tester here. Looks like he's went around on the back straightaway here. Lap 1 of tonight's event. We'll back that ass up here and take a look what happened with Corey Riptide Tester and that number 8 Maccabee Auto Services black and purple super late model, and holy shit, did he fit that super late model right into a hole to try to minimize the damage on that super late model. We'll back that ass up here. We'll watch the instant replay. They were 3 wide about the corner. Contact made with James Fountain. Sends Corey Tesner around, and he's able just to back it in there, parallel park style for Corey Riptide Tesner. We'll back that ass up one more time. We'll right out the front nose of Corey Tesner and see what the hell happened off of turn 2 here. We were just cranking up the motors here, trying to get the water tempers rolling here. Bam! Just looks like James Fountain sends him down on the bottom side. The Flow Racing Sunoco late model backs it down here into the official stand. That's controlling the backstretch penalties here, but Corey Riptide Tesner had no damage on top of that late model. He'll save it. We'll be back in just a moment. Don't go nowhere. Welcome back here to the Booty Scoot Racing channel. The fireworks continue to rumble around here at the Knoxville Speedway. We're underneath the caution flag for the first time tonight. So the admin and the guys here at the racetrack got to do something to keep the fans entertained here. So we had to work a quick caution flag here real quick. The water trucks are back out on the racetrack. Corey Tesner gets a little bit loose and goes around after a little door bang with James Fountain, but no damage to the number 8 super late model here. So look at the trailers parked out here in the middle. We had a party here last night here as everybody was camping out here this weekend. They know that they were getting ready to see a show here tonight in Iowa. We're underneath the caution flag for that number 8 super late model right there, Corey Riptide Tesner. Everybody else is fanned out, getting ready to double file behind Peter the pace car. This time around, Michael Durham, the junior, the pole sitter here with James Fountain on the outside. You see that left 4 on the number 24 of James Fountain, all kinds of scratched and battered from banging doors with Corey Tesner. We'll see how things shake up here. Corey Tesner, not the type of guy to be pushed around here, but he's currently registered a lap down with Nicholas Maynard here. But we'll see how things is. Caution laps do not count here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. It's all out dirt tour. Jesus saves on the back of the number 201, and we'll see how much he'll save the field here. Hopefully he can save us some time. We can turn some green flag laps here. In Iowa, Peter the pace car will flick us the middle finger, telling us to go get fucked here. Watch this shit as he'll slap down on the gas, try to separate himself from these super late models so he doesn't get ran over in his big jacked up dually. Peter the pace car said he's paying almost $300 a month for insurance. He can't afford that shit anymore. Getting ready to go back racing here in Iowa. It's all underneath the foot of Michael Durham Jr. and he'll slam down on the gas. We're back green here. James Fountain and the rest of the guys slamming back down into turns 1 and 2 here. Corey Tesner will rip the top side of the racetrack with Jackson Branscombe. Jackson Branscombe looking to follow at the tail end of James Fountain, but Tyler Bickford's making it uncomfortable down here on the bottom side. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, on all around the racetrack here on the bottom side, there is a huge berm, almost bigger than a fucking baseball pitcher mound. That's how wide that motherfucker is. When I was down there on the racetrack earlier, the 201 of Jackson Branscombe, though, real loose off the corner. That opens up the door for Corey Riptide Tesner, who brought out the caution flag to start tonight's event. Corey Tesner will try the inside right here. We're going to be 3 wide off turn 3, and Jackson Branscombe will think better of it. He'll lift up at the corner. Chase Johnson down here on the bottom side of the racetrack trying to make something shake as well. James Fountain has set sail back here from Michael Durham Jr. Tyler Bickford's trying everything in his notebook to bring himself to the race lead here, but he's having trouble getting around this number 24. We'll have to keep an eye on this battle right here. They're battling door to door down here to turns 1 and 2. 5 laps are complete. The slide job from Tyler Bickford is not going to be successful here off of turn 2. They'll be door to door down the backstretch. James Fountain will have to go bottom side this time. Tyler Bickford will rip the top side. Corey Tesner's right there in his trail. You're riding on board with Riptide Corey Tesner, as these guys are absolutely going at it here at the Iowa Speedway in Knoxville, Iowa. James Fountain will try the slide job. Is he able to pull it off? No. Tyler Bickford will battle back here down on the bottom side, but Tyler Bickford says, I'll throw you one even better. Michael Durham Jr. slowly losing a lead here as these guys continue to battle it out. James Fountain battling door to door here with his Chase Johnson Racing teammate Corey Tesner. Tyler Bickford gets the pass over here. A little 2-for-1 like it's Dollar General for Tyler Bickford here. He'll pick up 2 spots. Battling here with Chase Johnson. I mean, not Chase Johnson, but Corey Tesner and James Fountain. It looks like Chase Johnson is working his way around Jackson Branscombe, and he's setting sail and got his eyes up here on the prize, looking to go to the race lead. But Michael Durham Jr. sees everybody battling right out the tail end of this Rocket R1 super late model. But Tyler Bickford, 2-time winner this year. Corey Tesner back in the picture. He's got something to say here. 9 laps complete out of the 45. 9 laps here at the Knoxville Raceway completed. The Corey Tester Super Late Model continues the battle door to door here with Tyler Bickford. The battle for the race lead is slowly dissipating here for Michael Durham Jr. What is he going to do as Tyler Bickford tries the top side this time around over Corey Tester? Corey Tester will lose a little bit of ground there as he's not able to kind of get the gas down quite like he wants to. Michael Durham Jr. slowly gathering himself back up here as he is shortly since out of that fucking late model. What the hell is going on with that redneck? That must be some Kentucky shit, because I've never seen some shit like that. James Fountain will try the top side here, trying to work his way around Jackson Branscombe. Jackson Branscombe will try to slide job from the bottom side of the racetrack. He'll move up in front of James Fountain here, and he'll complete the pass over the number 24. Jackson Branscombe had a little bit of internet issues here. Thank God I work for a fiber optic company. Come hit me up, I'll get your internet set up today, get you going and moving. The number 24, James Fountain here, will love what he sees right here as he slowly works down the back bumper of the 201 of Jackson Branscombe. These two absolutely going at it here on the Moody Scoot Racing channel for this 5th place spot. Jackson Branscombe will not be denied that top 5 here in Iowa. What a battle right here between James Fountain and Jackson Branscombe. Not going away with one another. Some clean racing at that. Will James Fountain try to slide job? You damn betcha, but Jackson Branscombe will fight back here on the outside, coming across the line. 15 laps complete. This time around out of the schedule, 45, ladies and gentlemen. You are watching the Pop Torch Bed Swings infield pit cam, excuse me. I'm trying to get all that out correctly here. Look at these guys going at it. James Fountain continuing to battle and back with Jackson Branscombe will scoot back up here where Tyler Bickford has sailed around Michael Durham Jr. for the race lead here on the Moody Scoot Racing channel. And the battle is on here. Corey Tester has entered the picture as well. Tyler Bickford will try the undercut underneath the 119. Not able to get it. They'll bang a little bit of doors here. Diving down into turns 1 and 2. Tyler Bickford will slide down from the bottom side of the racetrack here. That'll open up the door for the number 119. Corey Tester slowly working his way back into the picture. Don't count out Chase Johnson. As Chase Johnson says, I got a bumper, I want to play too. He'll rip the top side of the racetrack through turns 3 and 4. Make sure you head on over to the YouTube page located in the top right part of your screen. And press that like button, press that subscribe button, especially if you love it what you're seeing right here. We got a whole season underneath our belt on the YouTube page. Corey Tester's late model absolutely shitting and ripping up some mud here on the outside as they work their way through turns 1 and 2, headed towards turn 3 here on the Moody Scoot Racing channel. Everybody ripping the top side of the racetrack here. What a beautiful shot here around the Knoxville Speedway in Knoxville, Iowa, where not a fan is set down here 19 laps into the ninth event. Who knew 7 late models on a racetrack could put on such a hell of a show? Battles all over the racetrack. James Fountain and Jackson Branscombe, you better bet your damn best bottom dollar, whatever the hell you want to call it. I wouldn't be a gambling man. You never know how things work out here in the racing world. Tyler Bickford loving what he's seeing in that rear view mirror as he is starting to pull away from Michael Durham Jr. and Corey Riptide Tester. Chase Johnson slowly charging on that back door. Corey Riptide Tester, 20 laps complete, coming to 21 this time around. Heading down into turns 1 is going to be Bickford, Durham, Tester, Johnson, Branscombe, Fountain, and then Maynard heading down into turns 3. Looks like it's going to be the same here as well. Bickford and Durham still battling it out for the race lead here. Michael Durham Jr. picked up the win 2 weeks ago here on the all-out dirt tour. Tyler Bickford not in attendance. So Tyler Bickford trying to get back into victory lane after missing 2 weeks ago. Does the Burnside Kentucky driver have what it takes here tonight in Iowa to get it done, as this MWSS Super Late Model is really hooked up on the top side of the racetrack, which is where almost every single one of these guys have begun to migrate these race cars. Ladies and gentlemen, Jackson Branscombe will cut the fastest lap on the racetrack that last time around as he gets around James Fountain here for that P5 spot. Chase Johnson is long gone, though, around Jackson Branscombe, and the battle is on here between Corey Riptide Tester and Chase Johnson. A little bit of contact made here off of turns 3 and 4. Chase Johnson will try the bottom. Corey Tester will try the top side. Chase Johnson will try the slide job from the bottom, but Corey Tester not able to get the gas down. He'll slap the outside wall. Chase Johnson will complete the slide job down into turns 3 and 4. Chase Johnson will go to the top side once more. Corey Tester will try it as well. They'll both bang a little bit of contact there on the turns 4, but Corey Tester is able to hold on to that super late model. Look at these guys right here. 2 teammates from the same state, the same city, the same county, friends at that, battling it out here for the 3rd place spot on the Moody Scoot Racing channel. Meanwhile, Tyler Bickford is checked out for the race lead, and Jackson Branscombe and James Fountain still battling it out back here. 20 laps to go here on the Moody Scoot Racing channel. James Fountain, Jackson Branscombe battle for the 5th place spot. Corey Tessner, Chase Johnson battle for the 3rd place spot. Michael Durham Jr. trying everything in that super late model. Did he save enough Hoosier tire to run down the race leader of Tyler Bickford here with 19 laps to go in tonight's main portion of tonight's event? Ladies and gentlemen, Nicholas Maynard trying everything in his book to get back up here to the front here, begging and pleading for a caution if we're hearing it underneath the radio. Said if he could just get re-racked here, he feels like he has something dialed in here. Corey Tessner absolutely abusing that left front tire, jumping it all over the racetrack here, trying to get some rotation in it. Corey Tessner will cut the fastest lap on the racetrack that last time around, a 17.77. Tyler Bickford, a 17.91. Jackson Branscombe will rip the top side of the racetrack here and absolutely do everything necessary to try to run down Chase Johnson as they absolutely went at it for several laps here. Can he get back there? James Fountain no longer in the picture of this battle with Jackson Branscombe. 17 laps to go here in the SLIDEWAYS Classic for the All Out Dirt Tour. We appreciate you guys tuning in here to the TikTok platform. James Fountain will slap the outside wall there as he'll throw it down on the bottom side of turns 1 and 2. James Fountain really losing a little bit of handling inside of that super late model. He really can't keep it straight off the bottom side of the corner. So when he really entered the bottom side of the racetrack in dirt racing, I'm not much of a dirt racer myself, but I would assume the radius that made the racetrack go up like James Fountain would extend the radius of the corner, trying to get a better arc back down the racetrack here. And as you see, it kind of helps him right there through turns 1 and 2, compare off to turns 3 and 4, where James Fountain just can't quite get the rotation. He's looking at it as super late models. You see him start sailing towards the fence there, and he almost makes contact with it once more. James Fountain battling some handling conditions inside of that race car. The number 201 of Jackson Branscombe is knocking all over the back door of Corey or Riptide Tessner here. Looks like the caution flag has flown. Caution flag is out here. Holy shit, James Fountain will finally have it bite him here as he's missing the front end of that super late model. Oh, contact there trying to get down the pit road for James Fountain. We'll back that ass up here for James Fountain, because he is missing the nose on that race car, and I bet you he knows where to find one. Back that ass up here for the number 24 Valvoline super late model from Greenville, South Carolina. We'll take a look and see what the hell happened to James Fountain. As we've seen him battling some handling conditions, we just came off the number 24. We'll call it the announcer jinx here, and we'll assume that maybe we caused that for James Fountain. We'll back that ass up here as he was sliding down into turns 1 and 2. James Fountain will try to get a good look here. Slaps the outside wall there. Looks like he was able to hold on to it. There goes the front nose on that number 24. And you can pretty much call it a day there for James Fountain as the right foot tire goes flat here, bouncing him around like a basketball. James Fountain trying everything in his power to get it turned down the pit road. Ladies and gentlemen, underneath the caution flag for the second time here tonight on the All Out Dirt Tour here in Knoxville. Contact made there between Nicholas Maynard and James Fountain as James Fountain tries to bring it down pit road. Looks like he'll finally get it down there. Back in just a moment. Don't go nowhere. Bang! Welcome back here to the Booty Scooter Racing Channel's All Out Dirt Tour Season 2, race number 4, live here from the Knoxville Speedway in Knoxville, Iowa. Ladies and gentlemen, we are taking on our main feature here tonight. Scheduled for 45 laps around this beautiful racetrack here. We're going to throw up a sponsor here. We've got to pay the bill somehow. The All Out Dirt Tour presented to you by the Home Run Cafe in Inman, South Carolina, 810 North Main Street in Greer, South Carolina as well, Monday through Friday. Go tell them the All Out Dirt Tour sent you. Still looking for that paint scheme that you need on your race car to be out here on the All Out Dirt Tour? Head on over to NapDaddyRacingDesigns.com. Tell them the All Out Dirt Tour sent you. They'll get you hooked up today with the most beautifulest scheme in the world. So we'll throw it back down here on the main broadcast, ladies and gentlemen. If you remember tonight's keys of the race as we get ready to go back racing here. Set a pace, manage the track conditions, bring in the high line, and search for the grip. How well have these drivers managed the task here tonight that was put for them here by the admin on what they believe possibly what it was going to take to find themselves in the victory lane? Green flag is going to be in the air, sticking straight up, reminding Peter the pace car to get the hell off the racetrack, and he will do just that. It's going to have about 13 laps to go here when we remain racing. Pat Green here for the SLIDEWAYS Classic here on the Booty Scoot Racing Channel's All Out Dirt Tour Season 2, race number 4. Tyler Bickford gets out to a great launch right there to the race lead. Nicholas Maynard gets a great jump as well as they head down here to turns 3 and 4. Chase Johnson will try the top side of the racetrack here. He'll be door-to-door. Jackson Branscombe, Michael Durham Jr., Corey Tessner, Nicholas Maynard. How they ride out here door-to-door, nose to tail, however you want to see it. You can have it how you like it. Just like Burger King here on the Booty Scoot Racing Channel. Not going away is Jackson Branscombe. He's going to try to slide off here early, on the restart. That should open up the door for Tyler Bickford just to be able to put the gas down and pull away from the rest of the pack here as these guys get the banging doors here and try to establish some of this track position. Corey Tessner, Nicholas Maynard going at it back here for this 5th place spot. In the battle here with 10 laps to go here for the 5th place spot is on Nicholas Maynard out on the bottom side of the racetrack here, battling door to door with Corey Riptide Tessner. And they'll head down into turns 2. It's going to be Bickford, Branscombe, Johnson, Durham, Maynard, and Tessner, and Fountain heading off the corner. And these guys still not going away from each other. Nicholas Maynard going to try to slide off down off the bottom side of the racetrack. Is he able to complete it? No, he's not. Corey Tessner battles back here. These two purple late models look like a little bit of a Saints Row 3 out here, the way that these guys got them chromed out here underneath the lights. A beautiful night of racing, and the crowd is roaring as these guys are not going away from each other. Nicholas Maynard will go down on the bottom side of the racetrack. Now Corey Tessner painting a picture up there on the outside, ladies and gentlemen, as they fly back down here. 8 laps remain here in the SLIDEWAYS Classic. Nicholas Maynard throws the slide job off of Corey Tessner. Is it enough? Corey Tessner will try down on the bottom side, back down into turns 1 and 2. Corey Tessner will slap on the outside wall, but it looks like he'll give him a little bit of a speed boost out of the corner. Corey Tessner definitely not out of the picture. James Fountain a lap down here on the all-out dirt tour here at the Knoxville Speedway. Corey Tessner on the outside wall. That'll sell away Nicholas Maynard for that 5th place spot. Meanwhile, Chase Johnson, Jackson Branscombe going at it for the 2nd place spot here on the Booty Scoot Racing Channel. Michael Durham trying everything in his power in that late model to run him down. Does he have enough? You're riding on board with Michael Durham Jr. He has this thing absolutely yawed out, shitting and getting around the Knoxville Speedway. You see all the hands battling in there with Michael Durham Jr. You're riding on board with the race leader of Tyler Bickford. See if we can't get an onboard shot of Tyler Bickford. You see his hands nice and smooth inside of that race car. He's not after to do too much zigging and zagging and sawing on that wheel. He's really able to hold on to that 07 MWSS Super Late model. Meanwhile, Corey Tessner, James Fountain going at it. James Fountain to go around Corey Tessner, but it won't be for position as James Fountain currently resting a lap down here. Meanwhile, Jackson Branscombe trying to hold off this number 5 STI Johnson Super Late model of Chase Johnson. Does he have enough? Not able to up off the corner. It's going to be 3 laps to go this time around. Tyler Bickford's already down into turns 1 and 2. Jackson Branscombe's trying everything. The bottom side, the top side. Flipping pages through the notebook. Tell me what you got. The Midwest 201 Super Late model. Trying to get every stretch of oil, every horsepower out of that late model. Meanwhile, Chase Johnson's got some company in that rear view mirror. Here comes the redneck. Michael Durham Jr., the heat race winner here tonight, started on the pole from Burnside, Kentucky. Not able to work around the number 5 of STI Johnson. Chase Johnson, super late model. Meanwhile, Nicholas Maynard's gotten around Corey Tessner and James Fountain. But Nicholas Maynard is long far away from Michael Durham Jr. and the rest of these guys. Meanwhile, Jackson Branscombe will slide up on the top side of the racetrack. That'll open up the door for Chase Johnson and Michael Durham Jr. It's going to be a white flag in the air this time, but Tyler Bickford will come across the line and he will win tonight's race, and he will win his 3rd race on the season. Michael Durham Jr. comes across the line. Nicholas Maynard, Corey Tessner, James Fountain going to be door to door here. But it's going to be Tyler Bickford coming across the line here. And the Knoxville Raceway, and the fireworks fly here for Tyler Bickford, your race winner here tonight for the SLIDEWAYS Classic here on the All Out Dirt Tour in Knoxville, Iowa. Ladies and gentlemen, Tyler Bickford absolutely dominating his way here in the back half of that race. The back half 25. Pure dominance for Tyler Bickford. He'll win it here on the All Out Dirt Tour. That number 07 MWSS Super Late model. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back in just a moment with a commercial break. Tyler Bickford picks up the win here. Bang, bang. Welcome back here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel, the All Out Dirt Tour Season 2, race number 4, live here from the Knoxville Raceway. We have just tackled on the SLIDEWAYS Classic for the All Out Dirt Tour. Just seen Tyler Bickford pick up the win here, and the crowd was going crazy as he went around Michael Durham Jr. for the race lead there on that restart. We got one of our pit reporters here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel down there with the number 07, Tyler Bickford. Let's see what he had to say. Go ahead.
Down here in Victory Lane at the Knoxville Raceway here for the SLIDEWAYS Classic, where Tyler Bickford has just went to Victory Lane here. We're down here with the race winner, driver of the number 07. Tyler, kind of walk us through your night here. Got beaten, banged a little bit around there in the heat race. I believe you brought home a P2 or P3 finish. Not quite sure off the top of my head. You're able to drive your way up through the field here tonight and win tonight's SLIDEWAYS Classic from Knoxville. Just kind of walk us through it, how that late model felt.
Felt good, man. I was just letting her eat where I could catch grip and just went with the flow tonight. Man, I really enjoyed the track, actually.
Tyler Bickford will score his second win on the year here for the All Out Dirt Tour. We'll scoot down here to the number 201 of Jackson Branscombe. Jackson, kind of walk us through your night here tonight at the Knoxville Raceway. The track began to slick off a little bit there. The racing was great. Really tight pack there for the first 20, 25 laps or so to kind of walk us through your night.
Yeah, I thought it was the big restrictor game right here on the track, how big it is. I'm not too big of a fan on big tracks.
Jackson Branscombe, not a fan here at the big track, but he'll bring home a P2 runner-up here tonight from Knoxville. We'll scoot down here to the P3 spot of Chase Johnson. Chase, kind of walk us through your night here. Started early for you on pit road before we even took the green flag. So you'll have one of those super late models in front of you back over the hood of your car, but you're able to scrape it on out here for a P3 finish. Kind of walk us through it.
Yeah, it was a good night. This is the first time I've ever been to this track. First time ever in Knoxville, Iowa, outside of racing NASCAR here. It was fun. Just trying to learn the track and practice, and a little bit there in the heat race. But it was fun. I enjoyed it. Had to start in the back and just making our way up towards the front. Just play it by the time and pick the right line. It was a good race. Now we're going to focus on tomorrow night in the Auto Club. We'll hop on the private jet here and study a little bit, and hopefully we can lock ourselves into a championship tomorrow night.
Chase Johnson doing triple duty here, going to the Xfinity race tomorrow night. He'll bring home the podium spot here tonight. We'll scoot down here to the number 119 of Michael Durham. Mike, kind of walk us through your night here tonight at the Knoxville Raceway. You'll pick up the heat race win to fall back here to the P4 spot. Kind of walk us through it.
Well, it's a new car. Things didn't go that well. I think I burnt the heck out of my tires early on slide job, and Tyler's the lead. So, all in all, it was a good race.
Michael Durham Jr. will bring home the P4 spot here tonight. We'll shoot back up here to the 201 as he finally gets his helmet off and crawls out of this super late model. Jackson Branscombe, kind of walk us through your night here. P2 tonight at the Knoxville Raceway.
Yeah, I don't think I would have made it second if that start was just kind of a bad start, I think. I think someone slept on it, but it's a big win. Big shout out to Trent Johns for this amazing rap he did on this Black Diamond. But good race, Tyler.
Good race for the late model. Jackson Branscombe will go to Victory Lane here with Tyler Bickford, but he will sit on the second place podium spot up there. Ladies and gentlemen, that'll do it down here for the driver interviews. Back up to the booth.
And back up here to the booth, ladies and gentlemen. You just heard from the drivers down here for the All Out Dirt Tour Season 2, race number 4, live here from Knoxville. And we'll see if we can't run through the final results here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel as we got our eyes down here on Victory Lane, waiting on that super late model of Tyler Bickford to get down here and party it up. Here's how heat race number 1 went, ladies and gentlemen. Heat race number 1 saw the number 119 of Michael Durham Jr. pick up the win here and start on the pole for tonight's main feature. James Fountain got the second place spot, excuse me, because you never want to say the word on a broadcast. Tyler Bickford will get the third place spot in the heat race. and Corey Riptide Tesner will get the 4th place spot. Jackson Branscombe brought home the 5th place spot in the heat race, and Chase Johnson got 6th place spot in the kit of Nicholas Maynard to round out the tail end of the field, and he'll take last place money for heat race number 1. He'll start in the back of the pack. We'll throw up the feature results here tonight, ladies and gentlemen, that just saw Tyler Bickford bring home his 3rd win on the season here in Knoxville, Iowa. And ladies and gentlemen, it was one hell of a show from Tyler Bickford. Jackson Branscombe from McCreary County, Kentucky, brought home the P2 spot. He's up on the podium, but it's Tyler Bickford in Victory Lane. Got to try again 2 weeks from now. Chase Johnson will bring home a P3 spot here tonight in Iowa. Had his family in attendance. He'll jump on the jet and jump on over there to the Auto Club Speedway in Fontana, California, as he's ready to go Madness Racing League racing tomorrow night to try to lock himself into the championship. Ladies and gentlemen, Michael Durham Jr., the heat race winner, didn't have enough here. They'll make a couple adjustments for the feature. It'll cost him a couple spots. He'll move back to the 4th place spot to end tonight's race. Nicholas Maynard really got that restart that he needed and battled door to door for Corey Tesner. We watched it for about, 4 or 5 laps there. Finally, maybe something coming out of the kid. The asphalt racer turned dirt racer. See how things shake out for him. Corey Tesner couldn't keep it out the outside wall there tonight, and that Maccabee LLC Auto Services super late model, and he might be making a trip down to Maccabee Auto Services to patch up the right side of that late model. He'll get the 6th place spot here tonight. James Fountain, same place, same thing on the outside. Scrapes the outside wall, and the front nose will come off of the number 24. Has to burn that fast repair late in tonight's race, and he'll finish in the final P7 spot here tonight on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. And ladies and gentlemen, that will do it for us here from the Iowa Speedway here in Knoxville, Iowa, at Knoxville Raceway, I should be better per staking, as we'll throw the remaining schedule for you, ladies and gentlemen. Really hesitant, not so sure right now, 2 weeks from now, if we will be at the Lima Land Speedway. Still back and forth with the admin talking on that. We'll see how things shake out here for the All Out Dirt Tour, but as of right now, we're all scheduled to head on over to the Lima Land Speedway, but things are subject to change. I want to remind you that here tonight before you head on home. Ladies and gentlemen, reminding you that we are not responsible for your DUI. Here are the night's keys of the race: set a pace, manage the track conditions, bring in that high line, and we damn sure saw that here tonight with everybody painting the Mona Lisa up there, up close to the wall, near inches from raping on the outside fence. And then search for grit was the final key of tonight's event, and I believe Tyler Bickford did it best, ladies and gentlemen. He found his way to Victory Lane, and that'll do it down here for us for the Knoxville Raceway for the All Out Dirt Tour Season 2, race number 4. Ladies and gentlemen, Tyler Bickford wins it here tonight for the SLIDEWAYS Classic for the All Out Dirt Tour. We'll see you tomorrow night here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel for the Xfinity Series final cutoff playoff race for the Madness Racing League. Thank you for watching. Have a blessed weekend.